Live from Philadelphia, the Gift of Life headquarters, welcome to Community Strong, a Gift of Life celebration. Hi, everybody. I'm Howard Nathan, the President and CEO of Gift of Life Donor Program. We miss seeing all of you in person, but I know that you've been there supporting our life-saving mission on social, Zoom, with your families, and so much more. We wanted to come together as one community to thank you for your tremendous support during this really challenging year. We know that donation and transplantation community is strong and resilient. Your commitment and determination have enabled us to continue to get our important message out this year, despite events being canceled and all the social distancing restrictions. When you were faced with navigating in a new world, you figured out ways to volunteer, to advocate through social media, and to educate others. For this, we thank you. We so appreciate your unwavering commitment to Gift of Life, the families we serve, and to our life-saving mission. Gift of Life is so fortunate and blessed to have the most committed and devoted community of supporters in the nation. You inspire us every day. Because of you, year after year, our region has the most life-saving organ donors in the nation. Please give yourself a round of applause. We have a full program for you today. First, I'd like to update you on Gift of Life Donor Program's work this year. And then Jan Weinstock, our Vice President and General Counsel, will update you on the care and programs that the Family House has been providing to transplant patients and their families. There will also be some fun, entertainment, and special guests along the way, so get ready. From the onset of COVID-19, organ transplantation was recognized as an essential medical procedure. We rapidly adapted our operations to accommodate restricted access to medical centers and the need to test potential donors for COVID-19 and to make sure our staff had the necessary PPE. We adjusted our communications with our hospital partners and our donor families to meet all healthcare regulations. You may have seen reports that in the spring, due to COVID-19, organ donation and transplantation decreased across the world, and in some places actually stopped. But not at Gift of Life. At Gift of Life, we did see a little dip in the spring for a couple weeks as hospitals limited transplants to only the highest acuity patients. Despite this, I'm so proud and grateful to show you that from January through the end of July, we coordinated a total of 363 organ donors compared to last year of 359 donors. This is thanks to our incredible staff, our hospital partners, and of course, our generous community. More than ever, we are humbled by and so grateful to donor families. Despite their loss and unprecedented events, the fact that they couldn't even be with their own family member in the ICU, they still cared about helping others and said yes to donation. The next slide shows from January through July, Gift of Life coordinated 988 organ donor transplants from these generous donors. While slightly less than last year, with our community support, I know we can close the gap to the end of this year and save even more lives. We know how difficult COVID-19 has been for our hospital partners and have worked hard to support them. We sent care packages and cards to frontline staff in intensive care units and emergency departments, people that we work with every day. Our hospital services team paid it forward by coordinating food deliveries to hospitals whose teams regularly volunteer as home cook heroes, feeding families at the Family House. Early in the pandemic, when our clinical services team learned about hospitals lacking supplies in the hard-hit New York area, we quickly mobilized and loaned spare ventilators to them. We also worked hard to keep our communities updated and involved. I hope that during this time you found our newsletters, our website, our social media, and virtual programs as helpful and as inspiring as I do. I also hope that you've seen many of the news stories about our work, including ones in AP International, CNN, NPR, the Philadelphia Inquirer, and all of the major TV news stations in our region. Please continue to share your stories with us and share our communications with your friends and family. I know that hundreds of you have participated in our webinars, our Zoom meetings, and virtual trainings. In fact, this spring and summer, 47 people completed our volunteer ambassador training. Hey, congratulations and welcome to the Gift of Life family. We're particularly thrilled to see how many people came out for our Dash from Home. As most of you know, we were planning for our 25th anniversary for the Donor Dash, and it was progressing at full speed when we had to postpone the event and pivot to a virtual program. But thanks to many of you, our Dash from Home on April 19th was a great success. More than 250 community members posted about walking or running in their own neighborhoods while observing social distancing on such a gorgeous day. Our message reached more than 75,000 people on social media. We may have been at home, but we still celebrated Donate Life Month. Now, August is another special month. That is the essence of our Community Strong message. It's National Minority Donor Awareness Month in August. Here to tell us about it and National Donor Sabbath in November is Leslie Jean Marie from our Community Relations.
I'm Leslie Jean Marie, Multicultural Outreach Coordinator for the Gift of Life Donor Program. And we are going to be observing two very special events this year: National Minority Donor Awareness Month and National Donor Sabbath. We are already in August, and we have been doing a lot of events, including virtual events, Facebook Live, messaging, and just really coming together with the community to really observe this very important month where we showcase and highlight the importance of organ and tissue donation in communities of color. Another initiative we have is National Donor Sabbath. Join us November 13th through the 15th as we work together with our partners in faith-based community promoting organ and tissue awareness. Visit donorsone.org.
Thank you, Leslie. It's so important to raise awareness in multicultural communities. In fact, more than half of the 112,000 men, women, and children in our country waiting for a life-saving transplant are from communities of color. Many in multicultural communities are at higher risk for conditions that lead to organ failure, such as diabetes and hypertension. The past few months, we've shown our nation just how extensive and detrimental such health disparities are. Let us hope and pray that increased awareness will lead to change. With your help, I know we will continue to dispel myths and increase understanding about the life-saving importance of organ and tissue donation. So thanks again for all you do. Your work is particularly important now because so many events have been canceled due to social distancing restrictions. As you know, organ and tissue donation is about neighbor helping neighbor. It's about saving lives and supporting families of all races, religions, and nationalities, people of all genders, ages, and backgrounds. The Gift of Life community is strong, and our community is stronger because of our diversity. Our diversity, our differences make for a stronger community. Here in this video, our staff and some of their friends show us how powerful the words community strong are in any language.
Forte Comunità.
Comunitaci forte. Gemeinsam stark.
Malakas ang pamayanan.
مجتمع قوية.
forte comunità.
मजबूत कौम, मजबूत समाज,
En communauté fort.
Sterkere fellesskap.
Somos comunidad fuerte.
Comunità forte.
ಸಮುದಾಯ ಪ್ರಬಲವಾಗಿದೆ. ಸಮೂಹಂ ಶಕ್ತಮಾನ.
La puissance de communauté.
Thanks, everybody. In any language, we know the need to come together as one strong community is more important than ever. We recently read an article in the Philadelphia Inquirer about a talented young woman, a graduate of the city's Creative and Performing Arts High School, who's been using her music as a unifying force to bring people together. She is also a very special connection to organ donation and transplantation. When we read about her, we knew we had to meet her. We'd like all of you to meet her as well. Please meet Aji Evans.
Definitely say thank you. We really appreciate you. We don't know what our family would be doing right now. We might still be on the list, or I might still be on dialysis, or even worse. So I'm just very thankful that we're not still dealing with those type of things. And I really appreciate that they were willing to give away their kidney to me, because it's a very hard thing to go through.
Yeah, definitely will say thank you. We're very grateful. I'm very grateful. She's grateful. It's so many people out there, that need different organs. And then, for our mom to be able to get the organ and go through the process and recover amazingly, it's just, they're a part of that, a huge part of that. So I'm very grateful.
Just hearing her play for me, coming to the hospital, it just lifts my spirits. Even just coming to my bedroom and playing for me lifts my spirits. When I'm on bed rest, the kids, her and my other two children, they're the best. I couldn't have any better children.
I made this song for her, and it's an original, so I'm gonna play that for you guys.
Wow, that was magnificent. Thank you, Aji and Tiffany, for sharing your story and your gift with us. Aji, I actually recently had the chance to hear you play in Rittenhouse Square. It was absolutely amazing to hear your music and see the impact it had on everyone who was listening. Thank you so much. The Gift of Life community is so strong because of the passion, drive, and commitment each of you bring to our life-saving mission. Hi, I'm Jan Weinstock, Vice President of Administration and General Counsel. I want to add my deep appreciation to Howard's comments. I'm so excited to be here celebrating you and your amazing commitment to our community, the power of our community. Because of you, we are community strong. Despite what's going on in the world in these challenging times, we have had a great deal to celebrate recently. As an example, a few weeks ago, this little boy, Zach, who's actually staying with us at the family house now, received his heart and his second chance at life. Zach joins the hundreds of others in our community whose lives were saved this year because of generous donors and their families. May they all have lifetimes of health and happy milestones. Now, speaking of milestones, I want to let you know about a very special anniversary. Last month, Howard celebrated 42 years with Gift of Life Donor Program. Congratulations, Howard. From our entire community, thank you for your leadership, your passion, your inspiration, and the difference that you have made in so many lives. Generations will live on because of your work. I know everyone who's watching today will want to join me in giving Howard a huge round of applause. Howard, congratulations, and thank you so much. It was Howard's leadership, vision, and yes, his absolute persistence, as you know he has, that allowed us to create our Home Away from Home for transplant patients and their families. It is hard to believe that it was 9 years ago, July of 2011, that Gift of Life Family House opened its doors. Since then, we've provided 9 years of home-cooked meals, a warm, comfortable place to stay for so many transplant patients and their families. We hear time and time again from our families that the family house helped get them through the most difficult time of their lives. Since our opening, our staff has stayed true to Howard's vision and our commitment that we would never turn a family away due to inability to pay the low nightly fee. Although we charge families $40 a night, our real cost is close to $200 an evening because of all the services and extensive programs we provide. We've only been able to do this because of your support. Our strong community has provided more than $9 million of subsidized care for our families. Congratulations, and thanks to each and every one of you who have made this dream come true. This support has provided over 65,000 evenings that families can spend and be together. Thank you to our amazing volunteers. You share your time and you undergo hours of training, yes, to keep our very high standards. This includes our wonderful shuttle drivers. We miss you. We can't wait to see you in person, who have provided our guests with over 100,000 miles of transportation back and forth to transplant centers, and maybe even more important, hours of supportive and meaningful conversations. Thanks to our community and the culinary talents of our powerful home cook heroes, you have provided 250,000 delicious meals to our families. You've continued this despite COVID-19 restrictions. You've sent food and you've arranged for gift cards to be available to us so that our families can still have warm and delicious meals. We are so grateful to all of those out there who drive, who cook, who volunteer, who contribute, everyone who makes it possible for us to care for our families. Now, it wouldn't be a family house without our amazing and exceptional family house team. Because of them, we've been able to keep the family house open through this pandemic. We have never shut our doors and we don't want to. This has meant a lot of changes to protocols in the facility so that we could welcome guests in a way that meets social distancing and other public health guidelines. Thank you to the entire team for making that possible. This year, we introduced a robust new webinar series for transplant patients and their caregivers, covering a variety of important topics. These include how to manage during COVID-19, post-transplant mental health, caregiver wellness, and much more. More than 900 individuals have been able to participate in these webinars, and you can come view them on the website if you haven't already and learn about the additional programs that will still be coming. One of the things that I miss and can't wait until we're back together in person are our family house evening activities. Of course, we all love the therapy dogs that come visit. We also love our guest services and activities volunteers who share games with us. How about a quick game right now to see what our community knows and thinks? So we're going to give everyone a minute to get situated. For this game, you'll need to take out a second device like your phone. If you can't join the game, don't worry. You can listen in and we'll be back in a few minutes. So I want you to go to the link kahoot.it. That's KAHOOT.IT. It's the same link that you received in one of the many emails you got from our Kelly Ann Stack today and probably about the last 2 weeks. Again, it's kahoot.it. So you should be seeing this on your screen. I promise you, you're going to have a lot of fun. This is not complicated. If you don't have another device handy, you can still watch and play along. Once again, it's kahoot.it. The code is on your screen, 348161, and add a nickname that's unique to you. Go ahead, have a little fun with it. All right. It looks like people are joining. The more the merrier. Come on board. We can't wait to see plenty of people playing this game because you're going to like the questions because everybody's going to know the answers. That's the greatest part of it. We're going to give you a little more time because we see people climbing on here. Everybody wants a chance. If you haven't gotten on yet, you still have time. Kahoot, KAHOOT.IT. The lucky number is 348161. For those of you who are lottery players, that's probably going to be a good number for the night. And I think we're going to get ready to get started soon. All right. So this is going to be it. Drum roll, everybody. A few minutes ago, you saw members of our Gift of Life community celebrating our community strong spirit in many languages. So question number 1 for you. How many different languages other than English do you speak or did you study in school? High school French 1 counts, as does Spanish or Italian or Latin. Your answer choices will be none, 1, 2, 3, or more. So go ahead, click on how many different languages other than English do you speak or did you study in school? And if you sign, you can count that as a language as well. All right, numbers are coming in. We have a couple more seconds. Again, you know the answer to this. Wow. So the majority of folks who have responded have said that they know 1 additional language, but we really have a good number of folks. We have 34 people who speak 2 additional languages, and we have 8 folks who speak 3 or more languages. So we know who to reach out for in assistance as we continue to share our community strong language. Since we've established how international we are, let's move a little closer to home. This one is near and dear to my heart. The Transplant Games of America bring together thousands of transplant recipients, donor families, and supporters from all over the country to celebrate organ donation and transplantation. The next games will be held in New Jersey. Now, we expect everybody to be there. The home state of many famous musicians. I'm going to name 4. Who is your favorite? The answers, you can pick Whitney Houston, Bruce Springsteen, Bon Jovi, or Count Basie. So go ahead and weigh in on your favorite. You have a couple more seconds. If you haven't voted yet, feel free to vote for Bon Jovi. We're getting ready. You can vote for whoever you like. Wow, it is just about an even split between Whitney Houston, Bruce Springsteen, and Bon Jovi. What incredible talent we have coming from New Jersey. And again, we look forward to seeing you with all of your talents on the playing fields and in the stadiums at the transplant games next year. Now, Aji reminded us earlier that music is an extraordinary unifier. We are so appreciative of everyone who brings our community together, who advocates for those on the wait list for donation and transplantation. So thank you for sharing your time and talents. Here's the question. How long have you been involved with Gift of Life? And your answer, less than 2 years, 2 to 5, 5 to 10, or more than 10 years. And we know there are many of you who have shared your time with us for more than 10 years. Let's see what the poll shows. Do, 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 do. You have 3 seconds. And here we go. Wow. We have evenly spread across all categories, but the most, we have 36 folks who joined in who have 10 or more years. That is 360 years just from that small group. We have centuries of experience and time that you have shared with us. That is amazing. Here's the last poll question, and you have to listen carefully. With social distancing restrictions, some people have used the time to get out, walk more, get in shape. Others say maybe they've gone in a little bit of a different direction. So tell us, this is completely anonymous. During the past several months, have you exercised more, less, the same as before, or exercise? I thought you said extra fries. You know who you are. Share with us what you've been up to these past several months. And every time I've seen the extra fries, I want you to know I've thought about the sweet potato fries. For those of you who have any recipes and you want to share it, send it in. We always look for ways to eat healthy. And wow, the vast majority of folks who are participating have actually been exercising more. So good for you. And for everyone else, just please continue to take care of yourselves and stay safe. And as we talk about exercise, it's time to remind you that it's never too early to train for the Donor Dash. As many of you know, Donor Dash is our largest and biggest fundraiser of the year, attracting people from all over the region to raise awareness for organ donation and transplantation by walking and running and celebrating life together. Here to tell you more about Dash is Allie Gorman, 6ABC's health reporter and Howard's Dash co-MC for the past several years.
I'm Allie Gorman with 6ABC Action News. As a registered nurse and health reporter, I'm passionate about educating people about important public health issues. But we all have to help spread the word about the importance of registering as organ and tissue donors. One way you can help to do this is by supporting the Donor Dash. It's the Gift of Life's largest annual event. I've had the honor of being one of the MCs for several years now, and I can say it is truly a remarkable and very moving event. So come out, help make a difference. You can join a team, you can run, you can walk, you can even volunteer, and I hope to see you there.
Thanks, Allie. I can't wait to be back with all of you and Allie on the Parkway next year It's in April. Look for it. It'll be actually our 25th Donor Dash. I also hope you'll come out to compete with us or cheer on Team Philly next year. Many of you know that the Transplant Games of America were rescheduled to July 16th to 21 next summer in the Meadowlands in North Jersey. I mean, that's practically in our own backyard. Together, let's make Team Philly the largest and best team at the games. Here's a special message from our good friend Jim Melwert. Jim is KYW News Radio's Suburban Bureau Chief. Most of you may know that he donated a kidney to his Aunt Jean over 10 years ago and is a longtime mega medal winning Team Philadelphia competitor. Here's Jim.
Thanks, Howard. Hey, everybody. I'm Jim Melwert with KYW News Radio, also one of Team Philly's 2018 Male Athletes of the Year from the Donate Life Transplant Games of America. The Transplant Games highlight the critical importance of organ, eye, and tissue donation while celebrating the lives of organ donors and recipients. The 2020 Games were postponed, but they're going to take place in the Meadowlands in New Jersey, July 16th to the 21st, 2021. We want you to join our team, Team Philadelphia. We're a group of transplant recipients, living donors, donor families, and supporters from the eastern half of Pennsylvania, southern Jersey, and Delaware. Every other summer, Team Philly travels to the Transplant Games of America to compete in Olympic-style sports. Competitive events for athletes and non-athletes are open to organ, tissue, and corneal transplant recipients, living donors, and bone marrow recipients. I'm a living kidney donor. I gave a kidney to my Aunt Jean back in 2006. She is on our team as well. The Transplant Games, though, are a lot more than just an athletic event. Donor families are invited to attend special events, including transplant workshops, the donor tribute ceremony, the butterfly release, and much more. That makes the Transplant Games a celebration for all whose lives have been touched by organ and tissue donation. For more information and to join Team Philadelphia, visit teamphilly.org. Can't wait to see you on our team. Thanks.
Thanks, Jim. And I promise you don't have to be in as good shape as Jim to participate. So come on out next summer. In addition to Family House, Transplant Games, the Donor Dash, there are many ways to get involved. Let's hear now from Colleen Duran, Gift of Life's volunteer coordinator, on how you can help make our community even stronger.
Hello, Gift of Life community. I'm Colleen Duran, volunteer coordinator with Gift of Life Donor Program. We here at Gift of Life are so fortunate to have a robust volunteer program. Last year, we had over 650 people volunteer in our programs. Because of this, our life-saving mission can continue throughout our tri-state area. So whether you volunteer here at Gift of Life, or here at the Family House,
or throughout the community, or, as so many of you have been doing from home, volunteering virtually.
we thank you so much for your continued support of our life-saving mission.
Thanks, Colleen. And thanks to everyone who works with us, sharing your time, your talent, dedication, and your stories. One person who's done so much to help us tell our story is Cherry Gregg, KYW Radio's community affairs reporter and host of its Flashpoint program. She's helped us increase awareness of the importance of organ and tissue donation, especially among multicultural communities. Here's Cherry with a special message for us.
Hey everybody from the Gift of Life community, how y'all doing? I'm Cherry Gregg, Community Affairs Reporter at KYW News Radio. It is my absolute pleasure to be here with Howard, Jan, and of course, all of you. I am so proud of my relationship with Gift of Life Donor Program, and I'm forever grateful for Gift of Life's continued support of Flashpoint, which airs on KYW News Radio. I have had the pleasure of meeting many of you at Gift of Life volunteer and Family House events, and I've been honored to share your personal journeys through interviews and podcasts. This organization is life-saving mission, and your personal stories have touched me and moved me. I've been a registered organ donor for 20 years because I know how many people who look like me are on the list waiting for a life-saving organ. And with COVID-19 affecting Black and Brown communities disproportionately, we need to do everything we can to save lives. For this region, National Minority Donor Awareness Month is more important than ever. I want to encourage all of you to stay healthy and safe, but urge you to continue to share your stories. We need you to educate and inspire people to register as organ donors. And I know with all of you on the front lines of this cause, we can save more lives. Stay community strong, everybody, and love and light to you all. I know one day we'll get to gather again in person. Because I love hugs, hopefully, this air hug will do. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Cherry, and hugs right back to you. Thank you for all you do to make our community stronger. It's been wonderful being with all of you today, even though we haven't been able to physically be together in a long while. Please know that we see and appreciate your nonstop support and advocacy. You are saving lives. Thank you from all of us here at Gift of Life. I'd also like to thank our staff for their outstanding dedication and commitment to saving lives, especially through this pandemic. Now, please raise your Gift of Life tumbler or your glass of choice and join me in a toast. If you didn't receive your tumbler yet, we'll mail you one. We'll be also sending you a short survey, and please complete it to help us plan future events. So I'd like to propose a toast. Thanks to all of you for inspiring Gift of Life's work every day. Thank you for helping us save lives. Our hopes and prayers are with our community for health, peace, economic security, and understanding. Let us celebrate our diversity and join together, because together we are community strong. That's it from Gift of Life. Good night, everybody.